Hey guys, Thomas from Team Sakurasou here. Come at you guys with another Yu-Gi-Oh! Market Watch today. We have a lot of cards to go over that people aren't looking at. Edison buyouts, normal buyouts, and more. So before we get into it, if you guys could smash that like button, that'd be great. We hit the goal of 100 likes on the last Market Watch, which I really love because sometimes I'll get Market Watches. I get like 500, 600, 700, even up towards 1,000 more views than say a previous Market Watch, but it gets less likes somehow, which is like really odd to me. So I do appreciate those who hit the like button and subscribe. If you're buying any cards off TCG Player, please use my affiliate link down in the description below. Helps out the channel to no additional cost to you. If you're buying anything from Tapio cards like Yu-Gi-Oh! Merchandise, deck boxes, sleeves, use code SAKU for 5% off and you give something back to the channel, so it's a win-win. Thank you to all my YouTube channel members. I appreciate it. And join our Discord. It's in the description below. And we're gonna check yesterday's giveaway winners as well. And we're gonna get right into this. So terraforming here, quarter century secret, bought out $100 here, 105, 110 right over here. A lot of people have been telling me, hey, this quarter century is on the crisp of a buyout, because we went over this card when it had 15 listings, 20 listings, you know, even barely 10 listings. And I kept just thinking to myself, why would people get this version over the ultimate rare right over here? Because in my opinion, the ulti looks better because it just pops the whole planet out. I just really like it, and it's a lot older and the prices are a little more realistic, right? While as the quarter century came out what, 2-3 months ago, 100, 110 each, and these are pulled every 3 boxes a quarter century. Meanwhile, OTS Tournament Pack 5 is extinct because you got terraforming, Ogre, and Zodiac Whiptail, which is an ulti that go up and goes. But even if you want to say that's a bad ulti, just for argument's sake, home of terraforming and Ghost Ogre ulti, that OTS pack, no one has it, and if they have it, they're not opening it up. It's worth probably a good amount sealed, like maybe up towards 20 at this point. But yeah, if you have the quarter centuries and you like them more, I mean, hey, good for you. Personally, if you're debating on a quarter century or an ulti, I would get an ulti. When it was, the quarter century was like 60, 70, I was like, yeah, it looks pretty good. And the ulti was 100. Now they kind of switched roles, which is odd. But speaking of terraforming, there's this beautiful looking secret rare I actually like. And this is just $1. And if, with Yu-Gi-Oh! How it is right now, and, you know, older formats, terraforming is probably one of the staples that people never really think about when they think of staples. And having a beautiful secret or reprint here, instead of like a common or like the super rares, which you guys have to remember, before we got the secret rare, hollow terraformings were always worth money. Just a singular dollar for this, easily a good penny stock that could go up over time. Blackwinged Arm Wing here. Now, this card is bought out for Edison because not only could you play it in Blackwings, but Vayu Turbo, it is crucial to have at least 2 copies. You know, some people like to run 3. You got Near Mint Light Plays here. You got $8, 11, 15, and then they go up to 20s here. So if you get these cheaper copies, you know, you're winning, which is kind of crazy to me. Then you have the Armed Wing from 5Ds, which I would suggest getting these over the unlimited super rares. Not the first edition, but at least the unlimited for sure. You got these for about, if you go put near mint here, $8, $9. Much better purchase, in my opinion, than the super rare. If you could get a first set super for a lot cheaper, little bit different, but definitely grab this over the unlimited. These are $8. When you use this in Vayu Turbo, by the way, it doesn't have an effect. You just want it for the level 6 free Synchro. And Dark Grepher is actually like, is literally a 1-card version of this. If you open up like Vayu, it's pretty cool. Armed Wing Gold rares from Pyramid 3, 4s. Yeah, about 4s here. In fact, if you go Near Mint Light Plays, it's 8 listings. So yeah, this card actually goes up like crazy. I would, yeah, just get the Ultra at this point. But now, what I want to bring up is even the OTS Common is going up here. Now, it looks like a lot got listed from when I've checked, but because it was around 20 listings, I believe, in the live stream. 55 cents, closer to basically $1 here. This is $1 common. And this is why I tell people always hold your OTS commons, because nobody or their mother probably saw this coming. Me, I thought it could hit $1, and here we are at $1, maybe 2. I didn't see it going past 2, and that was going to be over time, right? Not, we don't have OTS 23 and this hit $1 already, because remember, we had OTS 20 for a while, right? Granted, a lot of people are kind of throwing away their commons. Like, they'll keep the super, but they'll always, like, throw away the commons, right? So I feel like sometimes when a common becomes relevant, people go back to dig for it, and they realize they threw it out or left it at the table of locals. And yeah, the dollar card here. I, no joke, probably have 100-something of these, only because of the amount of OTS pack 20 I've opened, like 4 streams only, or pack openings, like against Heart of the Pack, awesome channel, by the way. I actually gotta send Fresh some OTS as well eventually once I get some. And you guys get the point here. Armed Wing, go, dollar here, you got a little bit of value. The Dark Creator here, now this is bought out because of the Hopeless Dragon Edison deck, which actually won. We actually covered Phantom of Chaos when it got bought out, and we're actually going to cover that in a little bit here. This isn't the best card to have here, but it's not bad. You got your 20s for light plays here. Cool. Near mids are 38, 53. Wow. So that's actually really cheap here. Huh. Raging Battle Supers. Now, this card was always about $1 super rare. I wonder where they got this skin from, because it has that cute little thing there. These are... Just go get the secret. Commons from the Legendary Collection here are about $5 here. 5 to 10, actually, which is kind of insane to me that even the commons are $5 to $10. Now, I actually only remember this card in Hopeless Dragon, and I didn't even know about the deck until I actually looked into Edison format like 2 years ago. So, unless I'm wrong, I don't know what other decks this is played in. Maybe it was in like some more gimmicky decks, but I guess this is just a card that was lost to time that, had its reprints and I just forgot about it. Maybe something like that. Phantom of Chaos, by the way, here. About $7 for Unlimiteds. 10s. What are first editions at? 20, 25. You got me here at 28. Funny enough, I actually remember when there was like one listing of this. So these are not really repopulating. I mean, you might be thinking, what do you mean? Someone listed 7 copies. Yeah, in a month, and card's still 20 to 30. I mean, this card was literally $1 to $2 for the longest time. And even the super rares here, $2.50. You guys might want to get these super rares. I mean, we go without photos here. Near mint light plays. Yeah, this is going up. Wow. The deck is fun. I will say, though, but when you get sacked by it, man, do you get sacked by it. Blackwing, Silver and the Ascend. Today, we have 22 listings. The reason I say today is because usually when I upload a Market Watch, it goes up same day, like within an hour or two. You guys are actually seeing this hopefully around 9:30, 10 in the morning. Thursday, it is about 9, 10 p.m. Like, it's like beginning 9 p.m. On Wednesday, I actually had a collab that I was going to do a Market Watch with someone, but things unfortunately fell flat. And I had all the tabs up, and I was like, I'm not opening up all these tabs after work tomorrow to record when I could just knock it out of the park now. So normally, I tell you guys, hey, you could get this, you could get that, but hey, 14 hours on buyout status, that's a long time. Anyway, this card is going up not because of Blackwings. If you're playing Blackwings, there's just better cards to go into. It is because of Value Turbo, right? Where you play 1 copy, because this actually helps you get over Dark Arm Dragon. By get over, I mean just tie it out. Because if you Value into Bora and then Value into Armor Master, you could Value again into your into Silverwind, right? Now there is also a card Value Turbo plays, which is, we're actually gonna go over this because I want to see where it is bought out wise as well, where you're able to recycle your values. You could technically use values effect up to 6 times in one duel, best case scenario, but most likely you're going to activate 3 or 4. But yeah, 35, 41, and it also depends on your mills a little bit too. $40 here for your unlimiteds. First editions are 90, 125, 190. I'll be honest with you guys here. I would just get low rarity of this card. This is the max rarity. I would kind of just skip. If you really have to get it, get unlimited. Blackwing Armor Master Starlight Rare crashed to $50. Imagine getting the Starlight Rare from Chrysalis Revenge for like $70, $80, only to see it reprinted and just tank so hard. And if you waited a few months, you could have got a quarter century, basically a reprint Starlight. While I love that Armor Master got a reprint because it absolutely needed one, 10 out of 10 reprint, the fact that they reprinted Quarter Centuries, you guys have heard the ramblings, but yeah, definitely not worth it anymore. Revolution Synchron here, $32. Man, this set, Duelist Nexus was just not a good set price-wise. It was a good set for the game, and I think it's a great set because you got the Dark World support, you got cool Synchro support. Like, as a price-wise, it fell flat. But as a set for the meta and play-wise, it's a fantastic set. Because I don't know, I like Synchro, I like Infernoble, I like Dark World, and there's like, Chimera. A lot of people like the Chimera and with the branded in there. It's just with the amount of demand wasn't that crazy because I just feel like the decks didn't really push like crazy. I think the best deck to come out of here was the support for Unchained. Yeah, $32. These are very cheap. Chimera Quarter Centuries. Now this got bought out to 125, 130, and right now they're dropping to 88, and they're kind of repopulating here. I told people to get this around $70, 75. It's a good Quarter Century to get because it's not relevant. Technically, it could be a Super Poly target, a good Super Poly target actually. But the fact is though is that this card, even though a lot of people are playing Chimera and they really like it, there's better stuff in the format. However, this card can easily go up again to about 120, 130, maybe at least $100. What I would probably do is I would keep an eye out on this card. Maybe you wanted it. Maybe you want to get it for, trade slaughter. Say, oh, I want to get it so when it goes up, I could trade for stuff I need. I would keep an eye out on this because people are just like underlisting each other by like roughly $1 here. Go get this card when it drops to a price that you think is suitable. I think this card could go back to 70s, right? I think 70 is perfectly fair. If these somehow dip to 60 again, wow. Definitely good at 60. Low 70. Ultras are about $15 here. Angelica, want to check up on this. This is a buyout that never really recovered. 72 going up to 100. And I have a hot take about Quarter Century Angelica, and that is people aren't buying this card because of Infernoble. Even though it's a good card, people are buying this because it's a gorgeous card. I've talked about this in other Marco watches, but when people see elegant cards, and when I say elegant cards, think Rika, right? Where it's not fan service, right? It could be a little bit, but it's not fan service. It's just elegance, right? People love that, right? Like Rika, people like that. Like it's beauty, but without fan service, if that makes sense. And waifus sell, right? And this card, I have ultras, and I do want to get a Quarter Century eventually, but I actually ended up getting a lot of OTS for you guys. I actually bought recently, for streams and all that. So I pushed this back yet again, as well as I was probably going to because I wanted to see it calm down from the $100 it was. You do have copies here for 71 before they go up to 9,900. So if you're a fan of this card, hey, $72 isn't terrible. Museum, $57, $63, $64. Emperor Charles are about 50, 55, 57, not too bad. Ronin Toaden super rares. Now this card got bought out to 10, 12, and you see this huge spike over here. I ended up telling people to get it at $3 to $4. Well, $2 to $3 really. Right now, you have a copy or two at $4, few of them. Then they go up to $10. This card could come off the list, honestly. And I feel like Konami will give us this card eventually. Goes up to 12s, as well as it's used in older formats. This is always selling, by the way. Like, look at all this. Wow. Yeah, people, even in October, like, people are buying sets now in October. Wow, like, a lot of these are, like, singular ones, but... yeah, Ronin Toaden Supers. And OTS 21. I want to go over this because this set has aged better after the ban list. You got your Fenrir's. Instead of being 29 to 30, they're like 38 here, which is really funny to me because I thought this card could at least hold 50, and it just never did. Sprite Blues are about 31 here. How many listings are there actually? About 31, 35, going up to 40 here. I mean, Sprite's still a good deck. A lot of people are playing Nib now, and maining it. You got the supers at dollars. I actually am curious if these cards will ever go up, but you actually have some of these supers being $1. It's aging a bit better now that we have the ban list away. Rhino Hearts are about 23. 24. Yeah, these have repopulated. 25. I thought this card could possibly hit 35, 40 because it is a 3 event tier and they are meta relevant and it has the results, but I guess there's just a lot of people. This was just too low to list. I feel like people were waiting for it to go to a price they were happy with, like say 40s to list them. And some people got impatient, listed them at 30. And yeah, there's just so many of these floating around. With that being said, I still think this is not a bad card. Overall, like if you want this card at 24, it's not bad. Well, leave a like if you guys enjoyed. Subscribe. Sorry again if I seem tired. Honestly, I had a pretty tiring week for Monday, Tuesday, Wednesday. Today, I just didn't really get a chance to sit down yet, unfortunately. But I got to sleep in for as long as I wanted. You know, taking care of your health is important. Drink water. What cards am I going over in my next Mark Watch? Let me know in the comment section below, and I'll see you guys in the next video. Peace.